morning. Welcome back to Tecnológico de Monterrey News Irapuato. My name is Camila López Doriga. Just missed the following news. Mexican students win math robotic medals. Gold in math was Mexico's first in European Girls' Math Olympics. Mexican mathematics students have joined their counterparts in engineering to win some international recognition. Students in both fields came home recently with medals. 4 young women have just returned from the 2016 European Girls' Mathematical Olympics, held in Bustini, Romania, where they won 2 medals in a 7-day competition that brought together 145 students from 39 countries. Only after winning a gold medal did Mexico get one of these since the time that Mexico participated in this kind of event. Olga Medrano Martín del Campo, who is 17, is really proud of her achievement. The competition is a relatively new one, founded in 2012 by British mathematics professor Jeff Smith. It was intended to encourage more girls to participate in international math competitions, where the proportion of girls is very low. This competition backs up females to develop in this area. Females will take advantage of this new opportunity. One day,
Trump wants to build a border between the US and Mexico to keep the Mexican migrants out. But Mexico won't pay a single peso to help build this bigger border wall Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump proposed.
Mr. Trump, your campaign, as you well remember, began with the idea of building a wall along the southern border. It's about 315 miles southwest of where we are right now. You've said the Mexican government will pay for it.
Correct.
The spokesman for the current president of Mexico says that will never happen. The last 2 presidents of Mexico say that will never happen.
We have a trade deficit with Mexico of $58 billion a year, and that doesn't include all the drugs that are pouring across and destroying our country. We're going to make them pay for that war.
Having said that, we have more important necessities and uses for the public budget, which comes from the taxes that Mexicans pay.
Videgaray also added, there is no scenario in Mexico will pay for this wall that is being proposed by the United States presidential hopeful. It is estimated that the price of the wall will be around $8 billion. Mexico shouldn't pay for that amount of money just for a wall, should they?
Dicho de Maria says that Mexico has infrastructure to host 2026 World Cup. Mexican Football Federation President Decio de Maria believes that Mexico already has the infrastructure in place to successfully host the 2026 World Cup. He said during an interview on ESPN. Referring the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, Di Maria stated that he does not believe Mexico would need to build as many stadiums to host the event. The infrastructure of Mexican soccer has increased. It has improved. I think today the World Cup does not require as many stages as those made for Brazil, he said via translation from the Daily Record of Mexico. Having said this, all Mexican soccer fans got excited. The thing is that it also caused controversy, because we can't believe how the FMF accepted with the economic situation that we're living in.
The Mexican actress Kate Castillo finally broke her silence about the possible romance between she and the drug lord El Chapo Guzman.
According to the legal representative of the artist, Harlan Brown explained that the actress never had an affair with the drug lord and everything spread by another member of the press was misunderstood.
Here's a breaking piece of news. Some winter weather hit Oaxaca. As much as 10 centimeters of hail fell yesterday in the central base of Oaxaca, an extremely rare weather event for the time of the year that created problems for drivers, particularly on Highway 119 between Oaxaca and Tlacolula. The municipality of Tlacolula was the hardest hit when heavy rain and wind were followed by hail yesterday evening, turning the countryside white and forcing the closure of a section of Highway 190. A 90-year-old woman was injured when the roof of her home collapsed. She was reported in stable condition in April 19. The winds brought a tree down onto 30,500-liter gasoline storage tanks in Santa Maria del Tiul, but no serious damage was reported. There were 2 accidents on Highway 190, but no one was injured, and there were power outages in various communities. Some flooding was reported in Oaxaca City, and a lightning bolt struck a tree and blazed it in the Reforma neighborhood. The State Civil Protection Office said the weather conditions were the result of moist air from the Pacific Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico, and affected only the central valleys. Don't you think the world is reacting to all the harmful effects from humanity?
Panama Papers are an unprecedented leak of 11.5 million of documents that proves information of more than 214,000 offshore companies. All this information was revealed by a German newspaper and was shared by the ICIJ.
After investigating the law firm Mossack Fonseca, it was discovered that they helped their clients by hiding taxable incomes from foreign governments, avoid international sanctions, and even launder potentially illegal funds.
People would like to know what will happen to the people who were involved in the Panama Paper problem. Are they going to pay for all that taxes?
Some Mexicans involved in the Panama Papers are Juan Antonio Hinojosa Cantú, the builder of the White House of Peña Nieto, Alfonso de Angoitia Noriega, Vice President of Televisa, and Emilio Lozoya Austin, former director of Pemex.